Welcome back to the channel. Today I am taking the Charger up to be polished. So this side I kind of compounded, but I'm not very good at buffing. So actually the flares I got as well. But what I just ended up doing was doing the edges and doing underneath the flares before I clip them on. And she is 100% ready to polish, and she's 100% assembled other than headlights, I mean body wise. So we have all the flares on there, and man, she looks so nice and wide. So what I need to do now is load her up on the trailer and then head up to Colorado Springs. I'm doing this actually pretty early because I don't want to have any issues with hail. There's been a lot of hail in Colorado, and you know, if this thing gets hailed on, I don't know what I'd do, but it would be a nightmare. So yeah, let's get this thing loaded up. It's 9 o'clock now. I'm planning on being up there at 10, and then they said it'll probably be Monday when I can pick her up, and I can't wait. I really can't wait to see this thing all polished. Finished loading up the Charger, and now we're gonna head up to Springs, and man, she looks good. I can't wait till she's lowered with some wider wheels on it. I loaded the Charger over at my friend's hail repair company, but he has a guy named Andy that could buff and pretty much does a 5-stage finish to cars, and it's supposed to look like a mirror. So
yes sir, we do a 5-stage paint correction. The full roof has line up through and through. It's going to be clay barred, alcohol bath, everything that you can think of, we're going to do to this car, and it's going to come out beautiful.
Stop it. Get some help.
Here at Luxury Car Cosmetics.
awesome. So he said it should be done tomorrow, which I can't wait to see it because I've been just messing with this thing for so long, and it's just at the point where I just want to see it done, and that's why I'm having him do it, so I don't have to go and buff it and take all the time. And I know that if I do it, it'll be good, but I mean, if somebody else that does this every day, it'll be really good. And it's gonna be at SEMA, so I mean, we want this thing to look like a mirror.
Want something done? Do it yourself.
Charger is almost finished being cut and buffed, and I really do like how she's coming out. So she is very smooth. You know, there is a lot of compound and stuff on the door right now, so it doesn't look, it looks dull right now, but it's so smooth, and it's so shiny. So I can't wait. I have one flare, the fuel door, the hatch left to in that mirror cap. I'm just gonna nib it and buff it like I did the other one, and then I still need to find a mirror because I still haven't got one for the driver's side. But after that's all said and done, I'm gonna put the hatch back on and then finish buffing. The hatch should go really quick because it's so small, and I'm probably gonna end up buffing the tail lights just to make sure they're all nice and clean and they don't look, because they have a few little scratches here and there just from laying around and handling, and they're in the body shop and stuff like that, and they already had some scratches when I got the car from the auction. So other than that, I am really excited how this thing's turning out. You could just see the rear bumper right there. I just finished hitting that with a black pad.
2 weeks later.
It's now 11:30 at night, about a week and 2 days into cutting and buffing the Charger. So she looks really good, really clear. I mean, you could see the lights in the reflection of the hatch and the roof. And I threw the idea around of not cutting and buffing it. So you know, when I sprayed the car, it had factory orange peel pretty much. I think it was a little bit better than the Challenger over there. It was a little bit more clear, but at the same time, then, you know, I thought the car's going to SEMA. I want it to look the best that it can be. So the hood is the last thing I cut and buffed, and you could see how clear it is. I just love how clear the hood is. The whole car looks like that, but it's covered in compound, and the wool pad, I mean, the wool pad and the black pad just really throw stuff. So just throw extra compound and dust. And most of this is just, you know, wool pad fabric and just dust from the wool pad, just throwing the compound, turning it into dust. But in price, some clear and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow, it's 11:30, like I said, I'm gonna go to bed, wake up early at like 6:30, get this thing pushed outside, wash it, push it back in, and then I'm gonna blue pad it. The blue pad is the polishing pad, which will make this thing look even more clear than it already is. And I can't wait to see the carbon fiber roof after I hit the blue pad and push it back outside. So after I blue pad it, I'll wash it one more time and then we'll start assembling it. So why I wanna wash it so many times is pretty much compound, you know, just flung everywhere. So I wanna get all this stuff cleaned up, and then I have everything over here I'm gonna put in the car. I'm gonna put the window regulators in. In the background, I ordered some not new glasses, but some glasses from Wrecked 300C and the charger, so we have glass. I'll also put the door handles on, get everything, or as much of the stuff as I have put in the car. I also have some stuff for the engine bay. I'll get all of that put in there, and we'll just kind of go from there. I want to get this thing as assembled as I can, and now I'm really happy that, you know, the flares are all on it. It looks like a car. I just need to get drivetrain in it so it sits lower. I also am gonna pull the bumper off, put the headlights back in after I wash it the first time, after I wash it the second time, because I need to blue pad that edge. And then I need to decide if I'm gonna wax it. So I may end up waxing it maybe another day, but at least we'll have glasses in the doors. I also need to call a company, hopefully Monday, they could come and install the quarter glasses and the back glass. I have the painted Magnum wing over there. I cut and buffed that too, so I'll polish that tomorrow. I just didn't put it, I actually took it off to do it, so I didn't have a bunch of compound back here. And you need it off to install the rear glass. So we'll get that glass installed. The hatch is all lined up. Pretty much everything is nice and lined up. The passenger side doors, I need to adjust them a little bit. They need to come back just a hair. And pretty much that's just gonna be really, really simple. The same thing with the hood. The hood needs to come forward just a hair. I also compounded the taillights because they had a little bit of overspray on them. Now they look really, really good. And it got rid of the Dodge lettering that I removed for the adhesive. But what I'm gonna do now, go to bed, wake up, and we'll get this thing cleaned up and looking mint. I can't wait to see this all together. Also, after I wash it tomorrow, I'll install the rear marker lights. So I opted out for the smoked, and they're like clear LED, or they're white LEDs instead of the amber and red. So I just need to install the back ones tomorrow. But yeah, you can see the compound behind it. So I may end up taking those ones off just so I can get that stuff out from behind it. finished giving the Charger its first bath, and it was one of those things where I couldn't actually see it anymore because there's so much compound on it, but now it just looks so good, and I haven't even polished it yet. So this is just in compound. Another thing, it's not sunny enough to see the blue Kevlar, but the carbon fiber roof, I am really happy that I made the decision and took the time to do the carbon fiber roof. I'm glad there is no panoramic roof like a bunch of people were requesting, or sunroof, because the roof just looks so nice and smooth. Plus, once the sun hits that blue Kevlar, it'll look nice and blue. Another thing, I'm going to push this back in the garage because this is just in compound, and then get her all the way polished up, wash it one more time, then wax it, and we'll be 100% finished with bodywork. I'm very happy. Actually, technically we're finished with bodywork. Also, as you can see, look how nice the lines are. All that extra effort in getting all the lines and all that bodywork nice and straight really paid off. I also cleaned up the engine bay because it was pretty, you know, it had sanding, water and stuff that ran into it, and just made it look really bad. So once I get this thing waxed, I'm going to start assembling some stuff on the inside of the engine bay. I have, what do I have? I have lines and stuff like that, AC lines. I'll just kind of get everything buttoned up. I also ordered some AC lines, so I am waiting on a lot of parts that I have ordered, especially some parts that were like 2 months ago. So hopefully that stuff comes relatively soon, because I need to, you know, I want to get the regulators in, I want to get the glass in. I'm gonna order a front windshield. When they come put the windshield in, I'll have them put the core glasses and the back glass in, and then we'll just kind of go from there. But what I'm gonna do now is get this thing pushed back in the garage. And also another thing, I thought I had more screws for the marker lights, but I am 4 short, so I didn't put the back marker lights on yet. But like I said before, I really like the smoked look over the amber and the orange. So let's get her back in the garage. I almost said shop, but, and then just kind of go from there. The blue pad goes very, very quick because you're not really cutting anything, you're just really just polishing it. Just finished hitting the Charger with the blue pad, and I don't know if you guys could tell the difference, but I could tell the difference. You can just see how much clearer the paint is. You can just see more in the reflection, and it's just so smooth. So this did take a lot of time. It does take a lot of time to pretty much cut and buff a car and color. I don't know exactly what this would be called, if it would be called color correcting, or if it would be called, I know a lot of people call it flattening. So technically you're flattening the orange peel down to give it this nice mirror look finish. And as you can see, cars driving by in the reflection, but it does take a lot of time, and that's why I wanted to have a company do it. And a lot of people were wondering why I haven't had videos, because I have been pretty much dedicating all of my free time, actually pretty much all of my time. I didn't have any free time, just wake up, buff this thing, go to bed. Next day, wake up, buff this thing, go to bed. So now she is done. So what I plan on doing tomorrow is I need to, or in the next video, I need to get all of the regulators in, get the glass in. I'm gonna also have a company come put the glass in. I need to decide what I'm gonna do about the windshield, because I need to put the VIN sticker on before I put the have the windshield put in. So what I may end up doing is have the rear quarter glass and the back glass glued in, and then have a windshield later brought in and put in. I've ordered a bunch of parts, and I have heard this issue is not just me, but it seems like a lot of people and YouTubers and also companies have been having issues getting stuff. So I have been waiting for parts that I ordered from Dodge, like $7,000 worth of parts, and pretty much it has been 2 months now, and there's no ETA on it. So now what I'm gonna do, so I can make SEMA and everything, is I'm just gonna buy cars. So I was gonna buy parts, I was gonna put the built engine in here and the built transmission, but at this point, even if I put those in there, I wouldn't have the Trackhawk wiring. So I ordered all brand new Trackhawk wiring off the Trackhawk VIN that I have, all the modules, gauge cluster, everything. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna be getting that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a wrecked Trackhawk and probably this other wide body Charger that's coming up through the auction. And then I'll just use the interior of the Charger use all the drivetrain and everything and all the wiring out of the Trackhawk. And then when I get all those parts that I ordered from Dodge, I'll put the Trackhawk back together. I'll order the parts to fix the Trackhawk, and then I'll also have a Trackhawk at the end of this. So, you know, like I said, I need to make SEMA with this car, which is 4 months away, I think. So I don't want to have to be worrying about getting parts from Dodge and procuring parts at the last minute. So I think it's just going to be easier for me to just buy a Trackhawk, buy another wide body Charger Hellcat, and have interior, have all the drivetrain from the Trackhawk, and then I'll just figure out what I'm going to do later on once I get all the other wiring, and then I can put the 1500 horsepower engine, the built transmission in it, and just kind of go from there. But I am very, very, very happy that this thing is finally polished. I mean, look how it almost looks, it almost has like this blue chrome effect. It almost looks like the blue chrome vinyl, so, or the wrap. So it's definitely not, but it does have that effect in certain lighting because it's so smooth. So I'm gonna end the video here. If you like these videos, make sure to click that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, throw a comment below. As always, see you guys next time.